Jesse, what the f are you doing now? And what is up with that hair?
Oh, I copied it.
I don't care what you do. What are you doing, most importantly?
Okay, so you remember that really stupid, really bad, dumb chest exercise that I came up with?
Right.
Yeah, the one where I didn't copy, I used my own brain.
You mean the one that has 17 concussions?
18, but yes, that one.
Right.
I made it better.
You made that piece of shit better.
As a matter of fact, yes, I did. Okay, so you remember how the problem was I'm standing here and then I turn into it, right?
Right.
That was bad.
Worthless.
Worthless. Figured it out. I got to stand out here and then turn. Just watch. Adduction.
Yeah.
Isometric. Isometric adduction.
Wow.
And
what? Not full adduction. Don't understand strength curves. And no active adduction. So basically, still a piece of shit.
is it really?
Yeah, Jesse, will you leave the exercises to me? Just keep copying what I do. That's what I said.
Fine.
All right, can I go show everybody what they're really supposed to do?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. Jesse. Okay, this is for more than just Jesse. We have to fix Jesse, but we have to fix anybody that has been using any of those variations of a chest fly, because there's some fundamental things that are wrong here, and I want to make sure I cover them so we do make this worthwhile and educational. And most of all, I want to show you what to do instead if this was your original intent. So originally, Jesse said he came up with this idea where he would actually do this. He would keep this cable here, and then he would isometrically contract his chest and then turn into it for this really intense contraction. And I went on to correct him and say that, Jesse, this is probably the dumbest exercise you've ever come up with, because I said, you're actually using no chest here. Basically, this line here of this cable is parallel to your arm, meaning that there's really no force being directed onto your chest. So by you spinning like a top here, you're doing nothing for your chest. So Jesse said, I got it. I watched enough of Jeff's videos. I know how to copy what he does. I know how to make my own stuff up. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to make it better, because I watched your video and I understand that it has to be perpendicular. So I can do that. Jeff, watch. I learned how to spell perpendicular, and I know what it means. And it means that this line now has to be forming a right angle to the arm. So when I go here, now if I spin like that, look, now I've got adduction. And look, now I've got tension on my chest, because I started with tension and now I finished with tension. And I obviously, as you saw, proceeded to tell Jesse he still doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And this is why, once again, first of all, we don't have, in this position here, we don't have full horizontal adduction of the chest. Not at all. What we've done was we brought ourselves back up to the point where our arms are straight out in front of our body. But we're certainly capable of bringing the arm much more across the body to engage the chest much more and to create that much more of a full chest contraction. So there's strike one. Second thing, we know that we still don't have active adduction at the shoulder affecting the chest, because all we're doing is once again spinning like a top while we're holding this one isometric contraction. So that's strike two. The third thing, kind of where this whole damn thing falls apart, is if I have my arm in this position to start the exercise, and I'm claiming that it's going to be such a great exercise for getting a peak chest contraction, I've just completely thrown all reason out with that, because the weight that we're using to do this exercise is going to be determined by our strength in the weakest position of the exercise, meaning that if I have to be out here to start the exercise and hold it, yes, by the time I get to the peak contraction of the chest, I'm able to handle a lot more here. I'm able to handle a lot more because I had to start with a super light weight in order to be able to start the exercise in the first place. I'll show you why. If I were to put 10 plates here, I can't even get it off the stack. But I could hold it out here because I'm a lot stronger in that peak contracted position. But I'm dictating that the weight that I have to use is light because I have to start from here. So it's completely flawed based on that. What we can do instead is we can actually take advantage of a better knowledge of where we're strong and where we're weak, and have a better exercise in the process. So let me show you what that's going to look like. Okay, so if we're going to be breaking out the cable machine in the first place, we might as well train our chest the way we're attempting to in the first place. And that is, you can grab cables like this, come down to the bottom here position, and perform a fly, if that's what you're going for, and get a better resistance that matches what it is you're trying to accomplish. Right? If we wanted to max out the resistance in our peak contracted state, then right off the bat we'd use cables like this. So with the cables, what that provides us is that at the top of the fly, or even this crossover if you want to call it that, number one, note that we're actually getting across the chest. Number two, note that we still have peak contraction here and peak tension coinciding and overlapping, because the cables allow us to still have tension at the top that maybe dumbbells would not, and certainly that other exercise minimized. So here we've got that. Now we can take advantage of the eccentric here by actually now allowing ourselves to go down and resist and resist and resist. And if you want to, you can hold the isometric here down in that position if you were trying to strengthen that. Because remember, the goal of the isometric training is to take advantage of the fact that you're stronger isometrically than you are concentrically. So you want to take advantage of heavier loads. And even if the good thing about this variation, you guys know I'm not a big fan of the fly, is I have a safe bottom here. Okay, I'm not going to overstretch my shoulders and jeopardize the health of my shoulders in this position. But if we wanted to do that, we could. But then we have the benefit of saying, look, in the hardest position here, I'm not limited to my strength. That means I can use heavier weights because all I have to do is just shorten that moment arm by bringing my hands in. And now I get the benefits of the full adduction by going up and across. So now I'm up and across. I've got a heavier weight matching my ability to hold heavier weights here in a peak contracted state. And then I still have the eccentric overload here. I have the optional isometric hold at the bottom. If that's what you were going for and trying to include that, that's fine. But then I can still get another rep out by shortening that moment arm and coming up here, as opposed to taking a weight that I can only use and control here and then saying, all right, use that, and when I get to the top, it's what I'm limited to, which is going to be too light and too weak for me. It's not just bad exercise selection by Jesse, and hopefully keeping him behind the camera from now on. What we really need to do is figure out what we should be doing. And guys, I hope that I just demonstrated to you why you need to be doing it the way I'm showing you here. And of course, there's lots of other options, guys. If you're looking to actually train your chest, there's many more ways to train it the right way. If you're looking for those, guys, we have a whole channel full of them here. You can get them in a program over at ATHLEAN-X.com in our ATHLEAN-X training system. I hope you found the video helpful, guys. Make sure you leave your comments and thumbs up below. Let me know what you want me to cover here, not Jesse, what you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that for you in the days and weeks ahead. All right, guys, see you soon.